All right, so a lot of people get stressed out over the holidays, but some of us don't. And we have someone here, Toni, to help us. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, we brought a psychotherapist here.
Are you a psychotherapist?
I am.
Should we be laying down?
No, sitting or laying down, actually.
Toni Galardi is with us. So we've been talking. We've already been talking to you already because we're all stressed out here.
I'm not. Are
You're
you?
not. I was
Are
kidding.
you?
We're not stressed out.
But you meet people who are this time of year.
But this is, first of all, with the economy, obviously people can't afford to buy gifts for people.
Yes.
People are really stressed and they feel like they need to, do the same thing they did last year.
But don't they just have to put more thought into it this year? Like, really,
Well,
it's
that's
not
what
about
the Pope said.
That's the opportunity.
It's great.
The Pope said be spiritual.
So what do you
say? If you can't give materials, then be spiritual about it.
And it's supposed to be like that anyway.
We're in
got
a
off
life
track.
quake. We're in a life quake right now. And what that means for me, because I'm writing a book on this,
a life
a life quake. And what that is that the entire society is going through an awakening into who we really are meant to be. So at this time of year, the holidays, we need to get back to that spirit.
Yeah.
We got really plugged in America to stuff, absolutely. And so I developed, because I had clients were coming in and saying, I'm not going to be able to give my kids like I was able to last year or the year before. So I developed these 5 tips. And I thought, it's time for us to get back to the real spirit of the holiday.
Yeah. Well, it's easy for adults, but kids, they want gifts. That's the tough part. So
not always, though. What are the tips?
It's interesting. I sometimes think that children, we underestimate the power of their generosity. I had a client come in and he said, my garage where his office is being just filled with toys. We have no place for me to really be able to create because he's an artist. And I said, why don't you take your son into the garage and pick out some of the toys and give them to the mission. Oh, no, he won't want to part with any of his toys.
We do that, and it's so sweet. It takes my son hours to decide what he's giving up, but he will eventually give something up.
In this particular case, not only did he want to give some of his toys, but he wanted to go and meet the kids at the mission.
Which is even better.
Yeah. And so when we take our kids with us to like the pediatric hospital or to the mission, they get to see that, wow, we really are better off.
Yeah.
It's a real reality
What's
check.
another tip?
Another tip is going green this holiday, which is to donate a tree. The Tree People, which is, benefits LA by planting trees all over the city. Has an there's an opportunity that you can get a card sent to the person you're donating in their name a tree.
That's great.
So you're both helping the environment. This person has something in their name
Doesn't
forever.
cost a fortune.
And it's a tax donation.
It's a tax donation. And you can also do the same with animals. Like you could do, you can sponsor an animal for the animal.
Yep.
There are many ways to give back in a green way. What are some other?
I think one of the best gifts you can give is the gift of a letter. If you write a letter to your husband or to your kids, my father wrote me a letter when I was 12 years old that I've kept all these years. That just is about appreciating who they are. And you put it in a pretty little box. You can get it at some discount store.
This was one of Oprah's ideas.
Oh,
Write
really?
something from the heart.
It's true.
She said the same thing. Put it in a nice little box.
I went to that 99-cent store. They've got boxes there for 79 cents. I couldn't believe it. Seriously,
Exactly.
you don't have to spend a fortune.
Exactly.
It's the one thing that I keep is Christmas cards from the past, and especially if someone writes a really nice note, you look back at it years later and you're like, wow, that was such a cool thing that someone wrote.
Because you're right, the stuff winds up being junk in the garage.
So you just have to think more this holiday season. Just put some thought into it as opposed to, because it's easy to go out and buy for someone but think more.
Well, I'm feeling de-stressed already.
Yeah, I know. You're very calming.
I
Let's
wasn't
just keep
stressed
her
to begin
here.
with, and I feel great.
Toni Galardi, Dr. Toni Galardi, thanks so much for joining us. She has a book coming out called
in February, The Lifequake Phenomenon.
The Lifequake Phenomenon. We'll look for that.